we can do it. We can take a shit over here, and they're gonna have to smell it and deal with it as much as they want to. I don't think they're gonna nuke us. I think that would be stupid. We have more nukes than them. We have a better military with them. They do have a capable fighting force, but I don't think the Europeans should be focusing on what America does in our hemisphere. They should be focusing on their own internal problems economically, racially, culturally, socially, than trying to focus on what America is doing. Without us, without the United States, a lot of these European countries wouldn't be shit. So they should be very grateful that we saved their ass twice in a century, and shut the fuck up and be grateful. That's what they should be doing.
Yeah, there's just nothing really of substance for me to debate here. I mean, the idea that the United States is this, like, it's the supremacy thing in the sense of we don't need any other country in the entire world is just absolutely delusional.
We don't.
It's not delusional. We actually push it.
Absolutely is.
It's actually playing out. It's not. We see it today. I think that black and white Americans in this country, Americans, we are supreme. We are better, in terms of technologically, academically. We've fallen off. We've fallen off as a people, and this is a big problem. And this is why we haven't been focusing on our own issues, because we've been dabbling in the Middle East. We've been trying to combat and restrict China's growth because we think that the Chinese are just going to vanish out of nowhere, or we've been trying to destabilize. We've been doing all these.
Here's the problem. Do you understand why the United States?
But I do believe in American supremacy.
Do you know why America is the greatest country in the world? Because we take the best. Because we take the best immigrants in the world. Okay, the best.
No, the fuck it's not. That's the gayest in the history of gay and shit.
Absolutely, it is. Wait, I'm sorry. What country does every person in the entire fucking world want to go to for the best economic opportunity?
You know why?
That's the United States.
Let me tell you why.
Wealth and resources from all over the world and concentrated here, so people will naturally follow that wealth here. That's why.
Here, let me go to this. Let me explain this. The reason for why we see people coming over here illegally and legally, because corporations want to use them for cheap labor, and both political parties want to use them for votes. That's it. Now, guess what? These people are coming from countries. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Let me go finish. Oh, he's like, you're saying dumb shit. Let me go this. Hold on. Let me go, Ethan. I'm not Myron. Let me tell you this. I'm your worst nightmare when it comes to this. Let me tell you this.
If you want, I'll talk over you.
And our foreign countries, when it goes to Israel, I'll just turn you down and continue to talk. That's what I'll do. I'm an asshole like that. So anyway, let me finish and land my plane and let you go. Respectfully, right? So when we look at what Israel's done and these NGOs, these pro-Jewish, pro-Israel NGOs, they've been flooding our country with migrants. They've been destabilizing their countries economically, militarily, for their own benefit. And then telling people, come over to the United States or go over into Europe. Europe has a significant immigration problem that they're going to have to deal with. And I think there's going to be a race war in Europe because of it. It's going to be very disgusting. With the United States, no. America is great because of black and white Americans, not because of fucking immigrants. That is a lie. That is bullshit. When we look at the history of immigration in this country, immigrants, they have contributed somewhat. But when it comes to black and white Americans, we've contributed the most. And when it comes to white Americans, it's been in majority. So when we're talking about immigration, it's not in our interest to continue this policy. We have to focus on our own growth, our own benefit, our own betterment as a people, than letting the door open for everyone to come in and benefit. We don't even have shit now anymore. We look at black people today, we don't have shit. We've been replaced economically by Hispanics, by Arabs, by all these other people who we've allowed the door to open for, and we've given them everything because we used the template of the civil rights movement, which is a disaster, for them to come in and to take. So I don't know what you're talking about, mystery meat, but that's the reality of what we're dealing with.
All right, we're done. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me ask you this. What's the optimal unemployment rate for whatever industry?
Go ahead, enlighten us. Go ahead and enlighten us.
It's about 5%. It's about 4.5 to 5%. Okay, so when we have things like H-1B visas, you know why we introduced the H-1B visas?
I'm very much aware. Go ahead and educate the audience.
We have H-1B visas because the unemployment rate for computer science or these IT industries is extremely low. So we need to have more people so that way we can create more jobs. And why do we do this? It's because immigrants are the ones who do these jobs, and these are high-skilled people that build this up so that way the U.S. economy can grow. And that is why America is the greatest economy in the world. And that's why we want to have immigrants. These are high-skilled people who do very good jobs, and they want to come to the United States, one, for themselves, and then two, so they can contribute to the United States economy. The idea that you want to shut it down is the most brain-dead fucking thing in the world. Why would you want to stagnate our economy? It's just so fucking stupid. That's all I really have to say.
So let me say this, right? Instead of getting immigrants over here, who, like I said, are going to be used for cheap labor, Instead of paying Americans their fair share, their fair decent wage for the work that they deserve, we're going to hire these people and bring them over from India and from China and from fuck that. I'd rather hire a black kid going to MIT. I'd rather hire a white kid going to any university, trying to learn and working his ass off, getting himself into debt. I'd rather hire them and give them the job, give them the position. And that means that we're going to suffer. And that means we're going to be put back technologically for a few years. So what? My people are stronger. The nation's stronger. The people are better. That's what matters. That's more important than like, well, we can have like the cuisines from the immigrants that come here because now they're speaking. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Fuck them. Let's what? They want to have a good life. They want to have a good country. Go build it over there like we built it over here. Go
Wait, guys. I wanna let Kimberly get in, but Kimberly, before you start, guys, at 9:00, I'm going to be sharing the screen. We can keep talking, but just so everyone knows, we are going to be live streaming President Trump's address for those of you joining. We'll also be doing a drinking game. You guys can do the poll, but Kimberly, go ahead and say what you guys say. So if you see it on the screen, we'll keep going until they come on, but I didn't want to interrupt at a bad point. Go ahead, Kim.
So I'm on the immigration, I'm on the left, but I think that one of the gravest errors that people on the left can make is making a case for H-1B visas when they take away the jobs from Americans, like with Disney in Florida. So when it comes to visas, we have some of the best world-renowned universities of all time. We have and we can provide a lot of those jobs that already exist with Americans here. And then on the other side of that, with regards to immigration, I think that we should let people in with whatever of the capacity of our economy that we have, which is vast because we go around terrorizing the world, stealing the wealth and the resources from other countries and concentrating it here. That's why you get a lot of these economic immigrants that come from these countries that like Somalia, like Guatemala, like honestly, so many countries, because we go and we literally steal their wealth and their resources. And that's why you get these laborer immigrants who will follow that wealth to this country, not because they think they're going to be treated nicely here. So I think there should be a large immigration reform. I believe in amnesty. I believe in some form of legal pathway. If you did come here illegally, actually, my libertarian friends are good on this. They believe that if you did come here illegally, the penalty for that should be you're not allowed to be a citizen or vote, but you can have some form of legal work permit here so that you can contribute to the society, especially if you've already been here for a long time or if you came here as a child with your parents. So I think there's more nuance to the immigration conversation. I do think that H-1B visa is a bit of a cop-out because it does take away from a lot of the jobs that we can be giving to Americans here.
Okay. So
I agree with that. I do want to add. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. So
go ahead.
The very first thing I said about H-1B visas is that the unemployment rate for jobs, so like broadly computer science, computer informational systems, these unemployment rates are below the optimal unemployment rate. Like we're looking at unemployment rates between like 2 to 3%, which is too low. So the idea that like, oh, like Americans are losing jobs is just not true. It's because we have more jobs than we have people that can fill them. That's why we have H-1B visas. But it's just a giant misconception from people. Sorry, go ahead.
Corporations take advantage of H-1B visas at the expense of the workers. They're not always for higher earning jobs. Actually, the majority of them are not. Like we saw with the Disney lawsuit in Florida, where they literally laid off thousands of employees, hundreds of employees, close to 1,000, and they replaced their H-1B visa immigrants, and they were paid a fraction of the cost. So I think that the H-1B visa should be reformed drastically. It should be enforced. I think there's a use for it, but that's not currently what the H-1B visa fulfills now. It takes away, it's not just the Disney lawsuit in Florida. It's a lot of corporations, because the corporations pay the politicians. The corporations always get what they want. So when it comes to labor and employment, I think for me, who's very, very left on immigration, I think we should always prioritize American citizens, never at the expense of American citizens, and especially foundationally Black Americans, and we should start with reparations to descendants of freedmen, and then we can go
on. No reparations. No. You lost me there, Kimberly. I was on your side for majority. No reparations. Sin. We already got reparations, though.
We have to. It must be done.
It's not the original sin. There's no sin. I listen. The greatest reparation package, and I'm an American, that white and Black men fought in the Civil War in order for me to be free, and I'm here today. And that's it. There's no reparations. I don't need any money. Black people need to fix our culture, our shitty culture and poor representation, and better ourselves. The greatest reparations package, you get to live here, not Africa. Africa sucks. I don't want to live in Africa. I love being a Black American. That's the most beautiful thing that I can achieve. And this goes into what I was going to say, is that we have not solidified what an American is. We've made being an American like this thing that you can come in, like purchase like it's a subscription to Amazon, rather than like this is an identity. This is a something that we already have. This is generational. It's blood and soil. It's not, I like Grey's Anatomy and SpongeBob and Big Macs and pornography. Therefore, I'm an American. That's not how any other country works or has operated for the centuries it's been existing or thousands of years. We look at the oldest civilizations and countries. It doesn't work like that. An American is something that is earned through the generations. It's something that you have to acquire. You have to sacrifice. So someone's coming over here. Yes, they're not going to be, I don't think you should have the same luxury of voting in my elections or being able to have a say in my society. You have to earn that, and your children are going to earn that. I think your children and grandchildren will earn that, and you're sacrificing your time in order for them to have that, like our ancestors and our forefathers have done. I don't want someone coming over to my country and having a say. Just don't.
Andre, can I ask you a question? Do you think that a first-generation American born here, their parents came here, are they any more or less American than you? Or someone that was here for generations? What do you think?
So their parents are not American, but I would say it's kind of a gray, they're half, it's a half condition, but they are American because they've been born on the soil. I can respect them. But when it comes to that third generation, their children, they're fully American. They've completely been blended into society because we can't have a nation. We can't have this civilizational state. That's what America is. It's not just this, this nation state anymore, this country. We're a civilizational power. I believe in multipolarity. Our people, we've got to have somebody, you got to put time into the system. You can't sit back and just come over here and it's like, well, now I'm an American because I got my citizenship. No, you're a citizen. You're not an American. You're an American citizen, but you're not an American by blood. So that person that's born in land, they should most definitely have a say because they've been born here. And I'm fine with that. But their children is going to have more, and they should work towards it. My family, they sacrificed, came over here. Now I'm going to work so my children have the full respect as an American.
I want to ask, why would you ever want to do this when it completely well, actually, no, I think you probably in general. If you could set the immigration rate to be as low as possible, would you do a 0 immigration rate?
I probably maybe put it maybe 10,000, something maybe under 100,000, not 0. Put it very low, but not. Sorry, if we're talking about legal immigration, we're gonna lower it as much as we can. Homeboy's having Indian technical difficulties.
I agree with that.
Yeah, got to call
okay, now I can hear again.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it did the audio thing again. Say again in 2 seconds. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Hello. Oh, he's got it. Okay. Well, I'll just, I don't know if he can hear. Can he hear me?
Either can you hear Andre?
Yeah, it's doing the thing again. I don't know what's up.
Oh.
Sure.
Well, it's
wow, Right Side Broadcasting still going? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's going. So hold on, let me hit the unmute. Let me see.
I thought they were out of business. I didn't know they still did broadcasts and everything.
Is this super loud?
I can't even hear it.
It sounds
Can
normal.
everybody else hear it?
Okay. Is it too loud to hear if I unmute it? Because I think we were about to start. That's why I muted it.
Yeah, I can't even hear anything.
Okay, so they probably have it muted on their end because of how loud it is. So for everyone watching, this is the State of the Union. As we can see in the background, Speaker Mike Johnson and J.D. Vance. So President Trump is making his way down to the floor. Guys, I heard that. What? Can you guys hear me?
That was me. Yeah, I muted it.
Yeah.
I muted it so we can hear you.
I can hear you, and I can hear the video too. It's just like people in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, supposedly Erica Kirk is his special guest of the night.
Oh no.
Kimberly, actually, Enzo, what do you think about Erica Kirk being the special guest of the night?
I don't mind it.
Oh my God.
I don't mind it. I mean, what's
She's
wrong with
cry
her?
about
What's
her
wrong with her
husband.
showing up?
Well,
Anybody?
and
Any
Elon
takers?
Omar said she's coming and she has a special
Okay.
guest too, but there are 50 Democrats that are sitting out tonight. Gray, I want to get your thoughts because you haven't really been speaking. Wait.